This Arabian horse had been living in neglect for a very long time. His hooves were extremely overgrown, long and deformed, making it painful for him to walk and nearly impossible to stand on a proper foundation. Horses in such conditions often suffer silently, and without proper hoof care, their health continues to decline. In this video, the team shows in detail how they carefully and professionally handle such severe cases. The first and most important step they take is analyzing the top inch or two of the hoof, just above the coronary band. This simple observation allows them to imagine the position and angle of the coffin bone inside the hoof. By visualizing this bone, they can determine exactly how much hoof can be safely removed without ever reaching sensitive tissue. They then proceed with trimming. Because the hooves are so hard and overgrown, they use a reciprocating saw instead of regular nippers or rasps, which would take far too long. The excess toe is removed, and then special attention is given to the heels. Many people who watch such videos often believe that only the toe should be trimmed. However, the reality is very different. The heels must also be reduced significantly. If the heels are left untouched, the horse will never have a flat and stable surface to stand on. Without a balanced foundation, a new and healthy hoof cannot grow properly. Lowering the heels is not just a cosmetic step, it is the key to restoring anatomical correctness and giving the animal a chance to heal. Step by step, they carefully take down the flares, adjust the angles, and create a surface that allows the horse to stand naturally once again. Every cut, every adjustment is made with patience and precision, keeping the horse's comfort as the top priority. This process is not just about trimming hooves, it is about giving life back to an animal that has been suffering. It is about restoring dignity, balance, and the simple ability to move without pain. Each neglected horse tells a story of hardship, but also of hope, because with the right care, recovery is possible. Their mission is clear: to bring hooves back to their natural, anatomically correct form. The closer the hoof gets to normal, the healthier the entire horse becomes. Every case like this is a powerful reminder of the importance of regular hoof care. Something as simple as proper trimming can completely transform the life of a horse. What once was pain and struggle can turn into relief, strength, and freedom. Please take a moment to support this important work. Share this video, leave a comment, and help raise awareness about the essential role of hoof care in the health and happiness of horses everywhere. This horse is a heartbreaking example of what happens when hooves are left without proper care for too long. At first glance, you can see he has been lying down frequently, losing weight, and showing clear signs of discomfort. But when you focus on his feet, the real story unfolds. The front hooves are so overgrown that standing on them feels like trying to balance on a softball or a banana all day.
The hind hooves are even more troubling, twisted and distorted in such a way that every step must have been an unbearable struggle.
The professionals working with him explain each step of their process. The key principle they rely on is the anatomy of the hoof, specifically the coffin bone. This bone sits inside the hoof capsule, and by observing the first half-inch of growth below the coronary band, they can estimate the natural angle of that bone. This anatomical reference gives them a guideline for how much hoof can safely be trimmed away. Because the hooves are excessively hard and overgrown, they use a reciprocating saw instead of standard nippers or rasps,
which would take too long and cause unnecessary stress for both the horse and the handler.
The excess toe is cut back, then the heels are carefully leveled down. Many people mistakenly believe that trimming the toe alone is enough. In truth, lowering the heels is just as essential. Without it, the horse will never stand on a flat, balanced surface, and the foundation for a healthy hoof will never exist. Twisted, not simply tilted forward or back, this makes it very difficult to establish a proper weight-bearing surface. Yet, with patience and knowledge of anatomy, the team gradually reshapes the hooves, aiming to center the frog and create equal proportions on both sides. They also work toward the 60-40 balance, 60% of the hoof surface behind the frog and 40% in front, which is critical for antero-posterior balance. As they trim, deeper problems are revealed. False sole, deep infections in the central sulcus, bruising, and distorted frog tissue. These conditions not only make the hoof painful but also trap dirt, manure, and bacteria, creating a cycle of infection and further deformation. It is a reminder that neglect is not just cosmetic, it directly impacts the horse's ability to live free of pain. At one point, they encounter a blood pocket on a front foot. For anyone unfamiliar, this can look alarming, but it is not the same as cutting into live tissue.
Blood pockets form inside neglected hooves and sometimes appear during trimming.
It is never the goal to hit sensitive structures, but in such severe cases, it is occasionally unavoidable.
By the end of the session, the transformation is striking.
The front hooves, once long and misshapen, are now short, balanced, and anatomically correct. The horse begins to walk more comfortably, standing with confidence and relief. The hind hooves, while not perfect, have been improved significantly. They will take more time and follow-up visits to fully correct, but the foundation has been set for recovery. This process is about far more than trimming hooves. It is about giving an animal its life back. Without proper hoof care, horses suffer daily lying down from pain, struggling to walk, and slowly losing their health. But with knowledge, skill, and compassion, change is possible. Every case like this serves as a powerful reminder of why hoof care is essential. It is not an optional luxury. It is the very foundation of a horse's health and well-being. Proper trimming means the difference between constant pain and a chance at freedom, balance, and dignity. By sharing this video, you help raise awareness about the importance of hoof care. Support this mission so more horses can be rescued, rehabilitated, and given the second chance they truly deserve. This 6-year-old horse had been through months, if not years, of neglect. His hooves were so overgrown and distorted that he was literally walking on his heels instead of using the entire surface of his feet. This kind of imbalance places enormous strain on tendons, ligaments, and muscles, creating constant pain and making every step a struggle. In this video, the farrier begins the first stage of rehabilitation by trimming the front hooves. Because of the amount of excess growth, a large portion of the hoof wall had to be removed to bring the feet closer to their correct, natural position. The frog was overgrown. The heels had shifted far forward, and the white line showed signs of inflammation indicating the possibility of founder step by step. The farrier works carefully, removing distortion while being conservative enough to avoid causing further pain, especially in the middle of winter. The transformation is clear. The horse, who at the start could barely balance, begins to stand more naturally and walk with visible relief. Although this is only the first trim in what will likely be a series of appointments, the improvement is undeniable. With regular care, this young horse has the chance to recover fully and enjoy a healthy, active life.